Music's awesome. Feel like dancing. Oh, are you start? You're on. I'm live. Oh, okay. It's good music. Hello. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and eating your lunch with us. I hope you're eating something really good, really tasty, and sit back, kick back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. So today, well, hello everyone. My name is Tommy. I'm the CEO and co-founder here at Mage. And today, I want to show you some really cool things some things we do. So we're gonna go over Delta Lake, writing to data lakes. We're gonna also then go over using some cool ways to use DuckDB to process data quickly in an inexpensive way, and we'll connect it all together. So I'm gonna blaze through this and would love for folks to ask questions along the way, but if you have questions later on, happy to answer that as well. So first thing we'll do is let's create a scenario. So how are we using Delta Lake? We actually use it to store all of our data. So we have data that comes in from all different sources. When users from our application database, from our data warehouses, ingested from third-party sources. But what I want to go over today is a use case that we actually use quite frequently is when users, let's say, interact with your application or go to your website, or maybe they submit a form, all of that. It's funny because I was thinking about it earlier today, and we pay these services to create data, right, from our users, from their activity, and then we store it with them, with these companies, and then we pay them for it, and then we have to pay them more just to take the data out. So it's like going to a bank and having to pay them to withdraw your money. And so what we like to do is at every point where we are writing data somewhere, we also write to our own data warehouse or our data lake. And so, for example, on our homepage, our website, yes, we use Google Analytics and all that, but every click tracking, we basically send that event to Mage. And so we're going to do that right now. We're going to create a pipeline, and it's going to be an API trigger pipeline. So let's go ahead and create one. Let's call it, what should we call it? Ingest your lunch. Oh, that's a good one. All right, 1 second. All right. Ingest your lunch. And then this is going to be a pretty simple pipeline. We'll have a single block. So let's do a single block. And then, so for those that aren't familiar with an API triggered pipeline, or even just any triggered pipelines, when the pipeline runs, whatever's triggering it, you can pass in arbitrary variables. And so in this case, imagine on your front end or your client, there's a form, they fill it in, that data you could send. Or let's say they click around your website, you can collect the page they're on, the clicks that they're on, etc. So let's pretend that's happening right here. So then let's say you could use any variable name you want. You'll see imitate what it's like to implement this on the front end side afterwards. So, but we'll call it event data. It'll just be events. Okay, so then all your variables come from the keyword args. Okay, so then let's do, let's create a data frame. We like to use polars here a lot. You know what? To speed up, I'm just gonna copy paste real quick. But what I'm doing here is I am simply going to process that data that's coming in, and we have actually Delta Lake's library is really awesome and easy to use, but we have a wrapper around it. Oh man, this is definitely not enough time to go through this. So Delta Lake is really great. You could write tape data, you could partition all of that. So our wrapper makes it really easy. For example, when you write to, let's say S3, we use S3 to back it, you can partition your data multiple keys. So for our daily jobs, we partition by just the DS. So the date that it ran, so 2025, 02, 28, etc. But we have a lot of hourly jobs as well. And so you're able to then partition by hour, or you can actually come up with the key yourself. This is just pretty standard. And so the hourly 00, 03, etc. Okay, I'm gonna call this users shopping. Oh no, yeah, shopping. Okay, so this is what it's doing is it's just gonna take the whatever we send in the payload, and then it's gonna store it. Okay, so I'm gonna save that, and then let's go ahead and create a trigger. Oh man, that's 7 minutes. Okay, definitely. I'll just blaze through this. So let's go ahead and create a trigger API. And then we could choose, post request looks good, that's good. Let's copy that. All right, copy it, and then we'll enable it. Okay, so now let's mock some calls. I'm gonna just do a scratchpad here. And then here I have this like this. And then, you just put in that URL. And you can also use this for webhooks. Like if any of you use Airtable or Sheets or anything like that, you do that. So, okay, I'm gonna call down. I'm just gonna call it, a ton of times. Someone's really, really active right now. Okay, cool. Then let's go to our trigger, and then we can see what's going on. So what's happening is every single time someone clicks something, we're running this, we're processing it. Now it's doing single records. Okay, so that's one way. Maybe you want the data quickly. You want to ingest it, do some analysis, show it in dashboards, re-engage them, send them push notifications. Now let's say you don't need to be writing so frequently. It's data that you just want to store for the future date. Another option we could do on the ingestion side is, and this is what we do for some of the tables, is we actually don't. So if you go here, we don't need to upload it immediately. What we can do is we can simply just return the record. And in Mage, every single time pipeline runs and block runs, etc., you'll be able to track the data, what was created, etc. It keeps a whole history of it. So then what we can do is create another pipeline that maybe runs hourly or on some regular cadence. And what it'll do is it will just batch collect that and then write it. So let's just do batch lunches. And for this one, it's pretty simple as well. We'll just add a Python block. And I'm gonna just copy paste a quick snippet. But what this one does is this might look a little crazy, but what it's doing is, so whenever your pipeline runs, you get this interval. So let's say it's running hourly, or if you have it running every 15 minutes, it gets this interval. So what we're doing is we're grabbing all the runs from that pipeline between those execution dates, and then we're grabbing the output that was created from all of those blocks, right? So there were single rows, bam, bam, bam. And then so if I run this, I don't have any data right now, but you can see it'll partition that. It'll do that. Actually, this isn't even the right table. Pipeline. 1 second. What was it called? Ingest your lunch. Yes. Okay, so we go here, we'll do ingest your lunch. And some of these down here, some cool things you could do with the wrapper that we have. So normally you would write out the full object key of your S3 bucket that you want to store. So imagine S3 :/ bucket, blah, 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 blah. So we just have some wrapper around it to easily break up the names and then even version it. And you'll see if we run this, what it'll come out to look like. Okay, well, here, let's do, let's just call it, what is it called again? Lunches. We'll just call it lunches. I'm missing a comma. Okay, awesome. So there you go. So you can see it eventually stores it here. And it partitions it like that. Okay, so that's the batch. Okay, so let's pretend we got all of our data in. Now, that data is it's storing in a place, very inexpensive, and actually you can query it quite quickly. So I'm going to show you what it'd be like to just query that data. Let's add another Python block, or we could use Scratch. Okay, so then let's see. There's another function called load table. Okay, so this is custom. So all we're doing here, again, passing in the layer, schema, users, right? Because this eventually just becomes this right here. And then let's go to that. And then we partitioned by date. Okay, so then we're telling it to do partition by date. I think if we leave this off, it'll grab all the partitions, which is also fine. Run that and see, awesome. We got our data there. And it's really easy to just pull that data down and then manipulate it however you want. But now I want to show you what it would look like if we were to, then let's say you have a ton of data in there and it stores it in a Parquet format. So what's really cool about DuckDB is it can read your Parquet files really easily, and then you can interface with it through a SQL, So let's go ahead and do that. Let's create another pipeline. Let's do start from scratch. Ooh, this should be duck wings for lunch. Duck wings for lunch. Haven't had duck in a while. Okay, so there's actually multiple ways to do this. Let's see, how should we do this? Let's just interface. Let's just use the DuckDB. Let's use DuckDB as is. Or actually, let's load this data and then let's have DuckDB as a downstream block. Okay, so then, what was it again? Lunches. Okay, great. So then let's add a downstream block. So there's multiple ways to do SQL blocks. You can load the data in, and then your downstream blocks can do something with that data, or you can have an upstream block that gets the data from somewhere, maybe via code, and then you can ingest that right here. So we'll do select star from, and this is the upstream table. So we'll be able to do df1 like that, and then you could also configure DuckDB to do everything in memory, or use a local file as a database. It's really flexible. And then here, so this is how simple the profile is actually. Let me open it. It's just the schema, which I have as main, and then you just point to any path and it'll just create one. So this is the default value. All right, so now we run this. Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, let's run this. DuckDB profiles. Awesome. Great, look at that. Now, that's on the pooling in side. Let's say we wanted to grab a table from there and not pull in an upstream table. So then let's think about, I think I have some other tables in there. Oh, news. I think we have something called news. I'll have to set, let me set the connection real quick. yeah, I have something called news, and let's see. Let's close that. Okay, so let's see. Select star. Actually, from here we could do it right here. So let's do select star from news. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's not called news. What is it called? 1 second. Oh, I could do show tables. Or okay, how do I show all tables in DuckDB? Yeah, whoops. How do I show all tables in DuckDB? That's not how you do. Is that really how you do it? I thought it was called show tables actually. Oh, no, show tables. I don't know. I don't really can. But we, oh, here. Let's see. Huh. Okay, here, let's do this. Select star from my first model. Nope. Catalog doesn't exist. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me see. Oh, it's probably not connected to the. Oh, I don't think it's connected to. I think I messed up my DuckDB settings. Okay, let's do that one more time. The connection. Aha, there. That's why I never set that. All right. So then save this, and then select. Oh no, show tables. Show all tables. No, show all tables. Huh. Show all tables. Oh, okay. Which one is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Select star from. Aha, there you go. Cool. I didn't know all the tables I had. Okay, so then we're able to query any table that is there. Oh, here's another cool one. So let's say, where did this upload to? Okay, this uploaded here. This is something really cool you could do directly in DuckDB. You could do, I think it's, I forgot the syntax, read parquet. Actually, no, we have a helper way to do this. Just click S3 like that, and then put in there. I think this is the syntax part. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. Select star from. Oh, guess that's not the syntax. Okay, but you could do read, select star from read. Okay. And then it's, I think it's like this. Let me see. Maybe we can ask AI how this. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's read parquet union by. Okay, I think this will work. Haven't tried this yet. Do I need credentials? Oh, I do. Oh, I need my. Oh, I know. I have to do. Create secret. Let's see. Let me do it up here. Create secret. Oh wait, I wonder, would that work? I actually have this in the environment variables. Envar AWS access key value. Maybe this works. Okay, you get the idea. I'll just, you can see that you can pull data. Last thing I want to show is using DBT with DuckDB. Now, this is really cool because then if you think about it, when you run your DBT, you're basically paying DBT to run your compute to somebody else you're paying, right? And then you have to you gotta get it in there. You gotta sometimes pull that data. And so what we do is your data's in the data lake, right? It's storing there really cheaply. It's quickly accessible. And then if you want to, keep it hot so that you can, maybe you want to do analytics on it constantly or some sort of, machine learning constantly, you could pull it down to with DuckDB, either stored on disk in Mage or keep it in memory or just in the local DuckDB database. And then you could use DBT, and DBT has a connector for DuckDB, which is really easy to set up. So then let me show you what the profile looks like. Actually, I have a project already. Test my first model. And then the profile is, let's see, what is the profile? The profile is the same. It's where you just have a database. Yeah, yep, well, no, that's Postgres. Wrong one. Let's go back to, oh, it's users, yes. Yep, this one. Okay, so for this one, the profile settings is, yep, got it right there. So now let's go ahead and build. Cool, so it built, and then we could preview it. Nice. Okay, so let's just do one last one. Let's do the, I could add a SQL down. I'll just add that second model, this one. And then we'll query my first model right here. This one? Yep. Where ID? Oh, we don't have ID, that's why. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to show. So, okay, we got that. Okay, so it looks good, looks good. Let's see. Let's go back to the one pipeline where we're pulling from Delta Lake real quick. Which one is it? This one, right? Let's add a block that visualizes it. But I'm not a pro at Matplotlib. Haven't met many people that are. So let's see. Plot the polars data frame using Matplotlib and print out some insights so I can get smarter. So then what it'll do is it'll take the incoming data. Oh shoot! Oh, let's do that again. I have to clear the chat. Okay. Ooh, nice. Let's go ahead and create that. Oh, I have to connect it. So let's see. Which block was it? Behemoth. Oh, that's a scary name. All right. df. Oh, we could take it from there, but no, let's do that. Oh, I have to have a certain, it gave me more columns than I actually had. Let's do, Oh, here it is. Let's do this one. Let's see if this works. Very simple chart. we already have one row of data, but you can imagine, if you had more data, you could create a cooler graph. Okay, I don't know if I left time for folks to. Oh, nice! You guys all gave answers. Who needs AI when you can just read from the community? Select star from GF to table. Nice. Buffer updates. Okay, let's see. Does anyone come on live or no? I just read all this. Extend the session. Yeah, I blazed through a lot. I actually wanted to show more stuff. Let's see. You're on. You should stream into deck. Oh yeah. Attach it to the sync. Yeah, nice. Oh, so we have some pros at DuckDB here. Would love to learn how you're using it. I think it seems very versatile. Like we just started, and you know how everyone uses Postgres because it's just Postgres is amazing. Maybe this is the 2030 Postgres DuckDB. Same thing with Delta Lake too. Actually, the both are really good. They just work with high arrow, parquet, polars, all of that. Telling you the feature here that you're batch storing to file structure is fast storage and then grabbing and pushing. Yes. The feature here, you're batch storing to the file structure. Yes, that is. So is the feature here that you are batch storing to file structure as easy fast storage and then grabbing and pushing to data sync? Yes. So if you take some of these and you actually apply it to larger scale data, so writing to S3 via Delta Lake is cheap and very fast, and so you save a lot of money. Also, if you don't need, if you just want to dump the data and dedupe later, so folks might have a lot of bottlenecks. Let's say you're reading and writing and updating, inserting, upserting to a database or even a data warehouse. You're gonna have bottlenecks. But if you just constantly just dump to a data lake, you can always dedupe later. Just store it in there, set forget, and then have another pipeline that just pulls and dedupes and does whatever. And then, so that's why we love using Delta Lake for that. And then the DuckDB thing is just a new fascination, but I think you can do a lot with it because then, why you don't need to pay for some expensive analytics database. You could just run everything, and then let's say you can't fit everything in memory. That's fine. You could some of the data you just store to that .duckdb file that I showed you, and then the other part you could use in memory. Is memory for those objects released? I would hope so. It seems like it. I would load a bunch of data, and it seems good. Oh, here, you know what? Let me not just make that up. Let's just ask. All right. So I load a ton of data in DuckDB. Whoops, nope. If I load a ton of data in DuckDB memory, is it released auto, or I gotta do it? But I'm pretty sure it is. It'd be cool if you, but no. All right, probably do. If I load a lot of Python objects into DuckDB using memory. Oh, I mean in the Mage. Oh, so yes, the DuckDB will use the memory that that's running on your cluster, and so that's why you don't want to load a terabyte of data in there, and that's the constraint for even running it in your blocks. But then you can store the final results. So let's say you wanted to join, a billion rows to a billion rows, right? You could actually then you'd use dynamic blocks, split it up, do the joins in batches, and then write to a file, and so you don't have to store it all in memory at once. Before the ultimate sync test, turn our mics on. Yeah. How do you turn your mics on? That'd be great. You should stream. Oh, I think we're about time. Let's see. There's a lot left to go over, but hopefully you guys got some ideas on some things you could do. If you're having bottlenecks writing and reading from a database, I'd say I tell everybody just dump it to S3 and then figure it out later. Cool. Thanks everyone for eating your lunch with me. My lunch, Red Bull. All right. See you guys next time.